Okay, so let me just say this beforehand. Rooster Teeth, y'all are geniuses. I don't know how to feel about y'all right now because of the end of season 13, but y'all are geniuses. They put this in a long time before any of us could have ever caught it. But, yeah. Rooster Teeth, let me just say, y'all really plan this shit ahead. And I mean, I'm surprised more people don't realize this correlation. Hold on, this might be a little shaky because I'm having to use, like, the front camera on my phone for this shit. But Rooster Teeth, y'all are some sneaky bastards. Let me just say that right now. Let me make sure I've got this pointed correctly, and I'm sorry, my room is a fucking mess.
I believe I found Wyoming.
Yeah, Tucker told me. What happened?
I thought I tracked him back to O'Malley, but by the time York and I got there...
York? Your old freelancer buddy? Was Carolina with him?
She was already dead.
And what about Bermuda?
That's not as...
Okay, Rooster Teeth, seriously, y'all thought about Carolina this far ahead. I'm impressed. I knew y'all were something else. I knew y'all were great. But I actually did not catch this until tonight. Until I was watching this tonight. And let me just say, I really am impressed. Like, now that I've started this video, I kind of want to go on a rant, but I also kind of want to get back to this, so, I don't know whether I should get the rant video out of the way. Now that I've done mentioned it, I might as well do it. Okay, so, here it is. I have 3 ideas for episodes y'all should do in Season 14, because for those of you who don't know, Season 14 is going to be a compilation of stories revolving around characters that we've met throughout the series. Now, there are 3 stories outside of what I said, you know, about Tucker and the rest of the guys getting off the ship at the end of Season 14. Other than that, 3 ideas other than that. And I think I may have mentioned one of these in my other video as well. But either way, here's the 3 ideas. Idea number 1. Felix and Locus. Kimball mentions that they met during the Great War, and even though they turn out to be despicable liars, we have no reason to believe that that is not true. So, I think it might be a good episode idea if you do the story on how they met, how they first figured out how well they could mesh, how they survived one of the worst battles in UNSC history, as Kimball said it. I think that would be a great episode idea. Episode idea number 2. Some of Sarge... It was mentioned in Relocation that Sarge was actually a hell jumper. So, I think we should actually see some of... At least one episode where we get to see Sarge's experience as a hell jumper and how he went from being hell jumper to Red Army. I mean, because for those of you who don't know, Red and Blue armies are based on low test scores and poor field skills. So, I don't know, maybe Sarge took a hit to the head on one of his landings or something? I really don't know. But it reduced his level of thinking, and it causes his slight psychological problems. Like, he has this obsession with killing the Blues, and another more... not more subtle, because it's definitely there and you can tell, but a more non-announced, I guess you could say. It's not as announced, it's still definitely there, and you can tell it, especially in the Blood Gulch Chronicles. He has sort of an obsession with science fiction, to the point where he thinks some of this crap is real. Of course, in Halo, some of this crap is real, but, you know, not to the point that he thinks. Like, radioactive spiders, although they probably do have that, not gonna lie, the government has shit that we have no idea about, but that's not the point. Anyway, I'm thinking they should do an episode where they show his transformation from Hell Jumper, or for those of you who don't actually know what that term means, for those of you who are not exactly educated in the Halo universe, ODST, or Orbital Drop, I think it's Orbital Drop Shock Trooper. I think that's it. Don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure it's Orbital Drop Shock Trooper. It's something like that. I know it's Orbital Drop something Trooper. I'm just thinking that is Shock, but I'm not sure. Like I said before, don't hold me to it. If you do know the answer, put it in the comments. And, yeah. And the third episode idea, the one that I'm pretty sure I went over, but I'm not 100% on it. I'm like 95% sure I actually went through this episode idea, but hell, I'll mention it again, because I want this idea out there. I think we should see the story, and I realize this will have next to no action whatsoever, but I think we should see the story about how York and Carolina first met. Like at that club, and where his friends ditched him, and all of that. And where she took the lighter from him. You know. I think that would be interesting. I think that would be a pretty cool idea to do an episode about that. Yeah, that's pretty much all I got. You know, maybe we could take a look into Griff and Simmons' relation, or, well, I should say it more friendship, because relationship just makes it sound weird, but maybe see them posted somewhere else before Sarge actually became part of the Red Army. You know, maybe see that Sarge is the Red Army leader because he came from such an elite group of soldiers, and now he's in charge of this army of morons, for lack of a better term. And you can't deny that they're, well, I'm not going to say that Griff is a moron, he's just not motivated enough. Because Griff is smart. I have to level with Church on this one. Griff has his moments of intelligence. In fact, outside of Church, he's probably the most intelligent one in that entire fucking group. Except maybe Tex. Maybe. I mean, Tex is an AI, so there's really no maybe to it, just like Church. Out of the humans in the canyon, Griff is the most intelligent. Let me put it that way. Out of the humans in the canyon, Griff is the most intelligent. Simmons is computer smart, but Griff has the most common sense. I'll put it that way. He has the most real-world knowledge. So, I don't know, maybe see an episode on where they meet, they get posted at another red outpost. You know, see what happens. See what exactly the deal is with them. And on